We've all heard the phrase, there are two sides to every story. But what about the stories within us? Are we all just a battle between good and evil? A war between angels and demons? Well, neuroscientists have found evidence of a war within us. A battle between two different sides of our brain, one that could explain why we feel the emotions we do. Emotions are the essence of being human, yet we don't know exactly how or why we feel the way we do. Our feelings can change from moment to moment, sometimes seemingly without reason. We might be happy one moment and then suddenly we're sad, mad, or even scared for no apparent reason. Until recently, we didn't have an answer for what caused these sudden shifts in emotion. But thanks to neuroscience, we now know that there is a literal battle going on inside our heads that could explain it all. In a 2013 study, researchers at the University of Michigan used MRI scans to measure activity in different parts of the brain, while participants were performing a simple hand motor task. The twist? They also measured activity in the default mode network, which is active when your mind wanders during introspection. What they found was that activity in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, or DPC, predicted when the participants would rate themselves more negatively. In other words, activity in this region of the brain predicted negative emotions, like some. What's more, they found that the activity in this region of the brain was correlated with activity in another region known as the ventral striatum, which is associated with reward. The researchers concluded that the two regions were in conflict. The scientists suggested that the DFC represents the more rational, logical side of the brain, while the VS represents the more emotional side. And their findings suggest that these two systems are constantly in conflict, a battle between our rational and emotional selves. But it doesn't end there. The researchers also found that the intensity of these emotions could be predicted by the level of activity in another region of the brain called the midbrain. This region is responsible for processing rewards and punishments. So the findings suggest that our emotions are the result of a battle between different regions of our brain, each trying to get what it wants. Our rational side tries to keep our emotions in check, while our emotional side tries to express itself. And the midbrain is the referee, deciding which side gets what it wants. Neuroscience has come a long way, but there's still much we don't know about the human brain. We've come to learn a lot about the physical components of the brain, but what about the intangible aspects, like emotions? How do they manifest physically in our bodies? How do they affect our daily lives? And most importantly, how can we better understand ourselves and others by understanding our emotions?